Hello, everybody, and welcome to YERBABUENA, another episode where not only do we review great strains of weed, give you hints and tips on how to grow your stuff. And then I'm also going to tell you my concerns and fears of the future when it comes to marijuana, when it comes to cannabis, especially in the U.S., because it's legal. Not legal there. Um, but when it is legal, you are going to have the same experiences that I am with these different brands. So today I want to review something very delicious that I had this week. And it's gelato cake. If you had gelato, this is a sort of like a hybrid. It is a hybrid. Gelato, everything's a hybrid now. Gelato cake. Here you go. Hybrid. 4 grams. I had this and it is delicious. It's a nice, mellow, high. Okay, gelato cake. It's like gelato, a little more mellow. Did you just chilling? Your mind is still working. You're active, but nothing bothers you at the same time. And sometimes you'll lose that. Oh fuck! You'll get one of those once in a while. If you smoke a lot, you know what I'm talking about. When you smoke some weed, you go, "Oh fuck, where was I?" You forget where the fuck you're. Gelato. Okay, they'll do it to gelato cake. They'll do it to you. And then this week, Suki's. Oh, I think it's Suki's. Suki's. There you go. If you could see it, Suki's. The only reason I call these guys is because of their logo. It looks like a Mexican restaurant logo. But Suki's, 14 grams. Let me tell you what I'm getting these 14 grams of this nice hybrid. I get it from my boys here, Cali Care Group. They deliver it. I'm getting it for $100, $100 for our 14 grams, which lasts me maybe a day. But let's not talk about that. So these are the two brands that I'm actually reviewing. Like I said, gelato cake, delicious. It'll be a great high, keeps you up, but at the same time, you'll have moments that you lose it, which I like. Those are the surprise moments. And then Suki's. I don't know what that means. I haven't even looked it up, but it's a hybrid also. And I'm getting more into the hybrids now that I smoke a little bit more. Started experimenting with hybrids when they specifically say hybrid, and they'll tell you which dominant they are, sativa or indica. But start trying those out, see what you like. And as you smoke more, I think it's like a cigar smoker. You know, a guy that smokes cigars, he knows what his palate wants. So it's not exactly what might be more expensive, what might be cheaper. For example, one of my favorite brands that I enjoy having it is Gorilla Glue. If you get your hands on some Gorilla Glue, that is a great OG. You smoke it. It's a nice high, not very expensive, but one of my favorites. So you start going, okay, like White Fire. White Fire, very expensive, but I don't really care for it. I had it the other day, remember? I had that too. And now that I found this hybrid, I want this one now, or the gelato. So start experimenting. You'll find out, what you really like. It's not about the money. Mm. Things that I want to talk to you about. You see these wraps? These are leaf wraps. Okay. These are like blueberry flavored, and they come in different flavors. They come with a little filter. I love these, and you want to use this kind of wrap when you're smoking expensive weed. Okay. You don't want it to just burn out. The cheapest papers you can get is like those zigzags. Zigzags will burn quick. But once you get something like this, is natural, just a leaf that they actually wrap and make it into a little cone. You stuff that with your herb. Guys, best way to smoke. It doesn't burn up your weed right away. It actually slows down the process. Other things that you can do, like let's say you don't have the luxury of smoking like, Big Daddy Richard Villa does. Um, wrap, add honey to the joint, just regular honey. Put honey around it. Tell me some other tricks that you guys might know about how to keep your weed from burning too quick, because you want to enjoy it. So you hit it, you take it in, but that weed keeps burning. What you want to do is slow down the process so you can smoke more of it and enjoy instead of just evaporating up into the air. So sometimes people put honey on their zigzag papers to slow down the process of just a little bit. I'm not talking to you dip it in there, guys. I'm gonna show you one of my crops. One of my crops went bad. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. See that? I had to cut it short. It looks like Mexican stinkweed. Yeah, this is what happens when fungus gets into your weed and creates this fungus in your weed because it's been water was being they were watering it, and it was getting into the buds. And instead of it evaporating, it just created mold in there that's basically started eating up the buds, and it became garbage. Okay, had to cut it down. Didn't really come to fruition. The big buds didn't grow, but I'm actually planting a few more. They're OG, Gorilla OG, and Gorilla Glue. I'm sorry, I'm high already. And I'm growing some of those, and you can see that the buds are just coming up. Pretty soon, I'm going to start linking you into some videos that are more informative on when to trim, when to harvest, how much to water, all that. We're going to start jumping into that. We started with Joe Luna, and he's not here today. He's getting ready for an event. So I'm kind of taking over today. But I wanted to give you some information on basically weed and how to start getting a taste for it and saying, hey, I really enjoy this type of weed. This is the type of weed that I really like. Like I said earlier before, during these episodes, I said my preference is cheesy. The cheesier the weed smell is, the more potent, the better it is for me. I just really enjoy smoking, and it's a flavor. Even though you don't think so, it's a flavor you start developing in the taste buds for certain weeds. You add tobacco to it, so that's kind of unique. I've never had that. I mean, I've smoked tobacco and weed before, but I think that would ruin the weed. So if you can afford it and if you have a chance, smoke some pure just weed. And I would love to know what you guys have out there. I mean, a lot of you guys are never log in and tell me, hey, this is what we're smoking out here, or even asking any questions. But if you have any questions, or if you have any questions on any of the weed that we discuss on the show, please send in an email. I can research it for you. I can start bringing in experts and having them tell you exactly what's going on. So some of the things that we're going to start planning for the show is going to be that, bringing in growers, experts. For example, California, in San Francisco, there's a school, a university now teaches a major or bachelor's degree in agriculture and growing weed, specifically THC. So these experts are graduating and they're working the field and they're making a ton of money. But I want to bring one of them that I know it's in Oregon right now producing his crop, but he'll be done soon. He promised me to come in here and answer all your questions. So if you guys are interested in getting more information, or you have specific questions, he's coming in September. Well, this is September, but at the end of September, he'll be done with his crops. He's coming into the show. We're going to have him as a guest, and he's going to be here to answer all your questions. And then after that, I want to start bringing guests that can discuss about the legal aspect and how it works in California legally, and what the government is doing, the federal government is doing to basically make that transition to making it full-blown legal in America, and also how they're going to monitor it and make sure that it's really crazy. The way he explains it to me, I mean, they follow the growth of the plant now in California, so that they're being regulated. They follow the growth of the plant from beginning to the very end. So even the stems and the seeds and all that stuff, well, there's no seeds, but all the stems and all the cut leaves that they get and everything gets processed into oil, or it gets processed to hemp. They make hemp, but everything, nothing is thrown away. Nothing goes to the garbage. Every part of the cannabis plant is used in every aspect. So they really weigh everything. Everything is weighed, and every plant is numbered. So every single plant, you'll know how much it yield because it will be weighted. So they start getting percentages and going, this is how much, waste you should have gotten from that plant. Our studies show and experiences and our records show that a plant that big will produce this much. So it gets really technical when it comes to weed, but now people are realizing this is nothing different than a cup of coffee. We could be talking about wine. We could be talking about different types of beans of coffee. This just becomes another consumer product. That's where my fear comes in, guys. So follow me on this trip. I know, everybody knows for a fact that the tobacco industry is killing everybody. Tobacco is killing thousands and thousands of people, more than the coronavirus a year. Okay? They made us addicted to that cigarette. But now people are waking up and saying no more smoking. But weed has now become a healthier, you could say, way of getting that itch off. Maybe smoking, maybe it calms down your nerves. You start smoking weed instead of smoking marijuana, instead of smoking a cigarette. Well, the tobacco industry is going to jump into this business. And what they're going to do is they're going to ruin marijuana for all of us. They're going to start adding preservatives. They're going to give us the most convenient, fastest way, like fast food. And they're going to get us fat like I am now because I keep eating this shit. Hey, Richard, saludos desde México. ¿Cómo estás, carnal? ¿Cómo estás? Gracias por saludarnos. Qué bueno que me entendiste, Guy. I'm ranting on Spanish now, bro. Don't make me rant Spanish. But let me ask you a question, bro. Do you think, ¿qué? Julio González, ¿cómo? Oliver o Julio González. What's up, bro? ¿Cómo estás? Shout out 2020. ¿Cómo estás? Chill out 2020. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Un abrazo. So, once these companies get a hold of the marijuana, what they're going to do is they're going to start putting preservatives, they're going to start putting additives, things that are going to get us more addicted to the marijuana. When you used to smoke a joint and then you smoked another one at night, only 2 a day, now you're going to be smoking day in and day out. Why? Because they're going to fuck with what something is made perfectly. So what we want to do is this, guys. We want to make sure that we learn how to grow our own weed. Yes, the game's fucked it up. Yes, they're going to fuck it up. And the way you got to do it is you got to start growing your own strand. You got to know what you're putting into your body. Nothing wrong with smoking. You want to smoke and relax? This is better than any Zoloft or any other fucking antidepressant you can take. But you need to be able to produce this yourself. Because if you start consuming from stores, it's going to happen with what happened with the tobacco industry back in the early 20s and the 30s, where they realized, shit, we can sell them more cigarettes. So, it's funny. I was talking to my father-in-law. He was telling me, back in the day in our old ranch, we used to grow our own tobacco. And we didn't use paper. We used the actual leaves of the husk of the corn, and we would put the tobacco. We would grind it up and make our own little tobacco cigarettes with a little husk of corn and just tobacco. I said, really? And I said, how long have you been smoking? He says, I've been smoking since I was 12. He's 78 years old, people. He's still smoking. But he knows that when he was younger, he didn't smoke as much. And they weren't addicted to it. If he went a year without smoking, he could. Or if he went a few months, he says, as the years went by, I could tell I was getting more and more addicted to the cigarette. But I was getting used to what I was smoking. So that's it. It's a bad, nasty habit, and I think the industries are going to start fucking with our weed, man. So it's important you get your information from somewhere, but trial and error, man. That's what I've been doing right now. I'm now growing my own weed. I don't want to purchase any more weed. These guys I trust, okay? Cali Care Group, that I trust them, that I know them. They're my friends. They would never try to hurt me, but at the same time, if supply changes for them, it's not that they're trying to hurt me. These dispensaries, it's not that they're trying to hurt you. They're just going to sell you whatever they have access to. It's not like Wendy's and McDonald's and Taco Bell and all these fucking franchises are trying to poison you with their fast food. No, they're just selling you what the fuck the corporate office send them down. So if they're selling poison through McDonald's, and guess what? That's what the fuck they give your kid. So my dispensary has nothing to do with this. They're going to buy their supply where the government tells them you can buy your supply. See how that works? They make it legal, but then they'll fuck it all up. So that means you need to be independent, grow your own shit. I'm not raising any, what do you call these? Conspiracy theories, guys. This is what I'm telling you. This is the true shit. This is just how business is done. Okay? Nobody's hiding anything. They're just going to process their shit differently. Now, if you don't believe me, I don't know how many of you know that the actual seed of corn, okay, the actual seed to grow a husk of corn is registered, meaning it's a trademark. It's somebody owns it. I read a book about in economics and state that you have to create an industrial branch in order to benefit and profit from organic. Yes, exactly. Why? Because organic is a niche. You're definitely going to have to modify the organic because you're not going to be able to supply and demand. There's going to be such a huge demand that they're going, we can't do it organically. The only way we can do it is we add a couple of pesticides and preservatives and a little flavoring, and bam, magic. You got this magic weed, but now it starts making you twitch at night. You understand? side effects come in. But then don't worry, pharmaceutical industry, which we're probably partners with, are going to come up with a pill that stops the twitching. So not only do they sell you the fucking weed, they sell you the pills to make you stop twitching. So they're eating both ways. But the reason I'm telling you about the actual seed is registered, meaning they're going to start registering marijuana seeds or brands or strains. And if they can prove scientifically that you're growing somebody else's panned plants or seeds, you are going to get busted. And you can get arrested for bootlegging. You're basically stealing their engineered seed. It's getting crazy, people. I'm not bringing this up, but learn how to grow your own shit. All right? That's it. Today's gonna be a short one because of course Cholo's not here, so we had prepared a whole show. But I do want to give you a heads up on everything that's going on. We're gonna start bringing some experts, but from you guys, what I want is this: I want you guys to send me some feedback. Let me know, hey, I have a few questions. Does this apply? How can I get started in a business out there? We can bring experts that are gonna be doing both. Lawyers that give you basically the licensing to open up your own dispensary, permits, and all that. They help you basically develop your grand opening or get you going. And then also experts that just grow it, specifically are dedicated to producing and how it works with their vendors. How is it that certain vendors are selected, and what are the punishments also of selling to somebody that's not legally registered with the state of California to work and manufacture and transport marijuana or cannabis. All right, guys. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. We're bringing you a new show. Joe's coming back next month, and we'll also see if we can bring you that expert at the end of September. Thank you very much, guys. Please follow me on all my platforms at Richard Comedy, and we'll see you soon.